You probably wonder now why I'm disguised like this, wearing this Egyptian Bedouin mask in the warehouse. No, I am not unbearably ugly for a selfie, nor am I an ISIS bride. My situation is much more complicated. The dilemma is that I am God, and my boyfriend is Christian. So the problem is not that I wouldn't believe in God. Actually, the opposite of that. I believe that every one of us is God. And your neighbor's thinking tomcat is God. The mold in your bread is God. And the rat swimming in your toilet when you are just sitting to make your morning shitting is the God. So my boyfriend thinks that God is, that Santa Claus lookalike fat guy. And who has created everything, not only his stomach. But I think that we are actually creating God, not the other way around. And that we are not separate souls. We are all the one, like a tree. The essence of unconditional love. Also, when we are torturing and murdering each other, or secretly spitting in somebody's beer. So I think we are all God, and we are also all Jesus and Buddha and Madonna and Adolf Hitler, depending on our mood and hormones and stomach situation. But my boyfriend is still waiting for the return flight of that Jesus the Christ. He has been waiting for this Jesus guy most of his life, or at least after his marriage broke years ago. He was praying for Jesus so badly that finally he got me, the mother of all the pagans and witches, woman who claims to be God herself. Oh, and the basic problem is that he, as well as most of the Christian people on earth, does not know how the Jesus actually looks like. He still desperately hopes that Jesus would look like a Canadian rock star. So therefore, he does not recognize me as a God. And that is totally understandable and human, although he is God too, of course. So he continues waiting for Jesus, and at the same time, that same Jesus is sleeping in his own fucking bed. Sorry, fucking bed, that was really rude. Kind of sad anyway, isn't it? Although, as a God, and knowing everybody else is God too, I think pity is actually an illness. Empathy is useless. Only with compassion and love you can really uplift somebody. And I think that Jesus from Nazareth, the master of Eastern meditation, was healing people with compassion and not with empathy and pity. He said, "Smile, collect yourself, and remember not to tell anybody, because these voices of doom are just going to let you down anyway and get sick again." So, my boyfriend was living lonely for years, praying to find a girlfriend. And then finally he got what he was praying for, me. And why? Because there is that power called law of attraction, which always brings us what we want and what we do not want. Depending on our feelings, when we are happy, we get what we want, but when we are unhappy, we get what we don't want. And because my boyfriend absolutely hated shamanists and Buddhists and yogis and hippies, he found me exactly what he not wanted. So this law of attraction is always fair. You always get what you ask for. And I I got too. I myself did not like Christians for multiple reasons. And one of them was my previous mother-in-law, who, for example, secretly baptized my 3-year-old pagan son. Well, my son died after that, but it was not her fault. Just an ironic coincidence manifested by the almighty law of attraction. My mother-in-law was terrified that my pagan son would end up in hell, and what you believe, that is what you always get. Though I think that there is no death, but that is another story. Look around. The law of attraction is working everywhere. Rich and happy. They get richer and happier. The people who hate homosexuals give birth to homosexual children. The people who disgust black people end up to an endless desert after a plane crash, and the only other survivor is that black man with disgusting white smile. Of course. The only problem now is that my boyfriend does not believe in the law of attraction, and certainly not in the fact that we are all creators. Therefore, I have to hide. My boyfriend is always extremely angry when I talk about this God thing and try to speak about Jesus and what he possibly really was meaning with that unconditional love. Namely, that Jesus was literally talking about the unconditional love, with absolutely no exceptions. You know, no hate, no homophobia, not judging other religions, no religious wars, not threatening anybody with the final judgment day, no devil, no demons and demonizing anybody, no hell. Jesus was trying to tell that all that negative shit is only an illusion, something what we experience only because we are afraid and forget that we are all gods. But always when I speak about this unconditional love thing, my boyfriend gets so furious. Sometimes I feel that if he just had a suitable strong wood material and nails and hammer, he might want to crucify me or burn as a witch, because I am a woman after all, at least in this incarnation. No, he is not evil. Do not judge him. He is God as well. And anger is always a positive feeling, uplifting us from depression, the feeling of complete unworthiness. So forgive him, for they do not know what they are doing.